Hello, and welcome to an episode of The Hinge.
Mark, I'm into the cinema loads and loads and loads, so I'm going to quick rundown.
So how many times?
3 times.
How many times have you
got a week?
Is there another one coming?
Nah, it's nothing else going
that's
on.
it now.
Nothing else is being released now. Apart from Peter Rabbit 2, I keep seeing fucking trailers for Peter Rabbit 2 every time I'm there.
Wait, isn't Peter Rabbit 1 the one that got in trouble for doing that weird thing with the berries? Like, didn't they shot berries at like a person that was allergic to berries, and they got real trouble for it? Yeah, because obviously kids then just thought that's a funny thing to do. Yeah, not funny. Was there any berries in this one?
I don't know why I'm tiny bars just overall berry. No. There was loads of food though. There could have been.
There could have been some sort of anaphylactic shock.
There was a fox and a badger. Anyway, sorry. So I saw The Empire Strikes Back. Annoyingly, it was the 40th anniversary, but it wasn't the 40th. Damn. It wasn't the original cut. So it still had some like random shit. But because I've never seen it on the big screen, I saw the special edition. But this is like the Blu-ray version, I think it is.
Yeah,
looked really good. I still noticed all the Wampa thing where there's 3 Wampa things. But no, really, just such a fucking good film. And then I watched Jurassic Park. Very fucking good. I've never seen it in the cinema. Really holds up. But because I've watched so much shit about it growing up, and I know all the little bits that are wrong. Yeah. When the raptor comes into the kitchen and goes like whack whack, and then leans forward, the whole model starts to fall over, and a man's hand goes like this, and like
you see it?
Yeah, you see it. And my head was like,
I didn't realise it.
So it was like, there's a mistake in this. I know there's a mistake in this bit, but and then it was, there's that man's hand. It's just really, anyway, Jurassic Park really good. But the most up to date one, Tenet.
Okay, so that's the big one.
Watched it last night. It's one of those films that's incredibly hard to explain without spoiling it. Okay. The premise obviously is just to do with time manipulation. Okay. And I kind of went in basically blind. I just had what's off the trailer, which doesn't give that much away. No,
I think like a Hinge a long time ago we discussed what it could potentially be about.
And it's kind of not any of the things I thought it was. Okay. So all I'd say is everyone's really fantastic in it. Michael Caine's in it for like 5 minutes. I think he was the only part where I was like, well, he didn't really need to be in it. It was more like we need to have Michael Caine because he's in all the films. But really, really good, but definitely a film to watch more than once. Okay. It's kind of built that way. Like, I think he definitely thought people are going to want to watch this more because there's no way, if you go in blind, that you're going to know everything. Not a chance.
So it's all like the inner workings of how it does. So like, it's when kind of Inception, you kind of maybe might miss how they go into the dreams or whatever. Is there like certain things that you've missed out because you didn't even know they were there? So because Inception is like, okay, here's dreams, and very clearly at the start they're like, obviously what's she called? Ellen Page, and it's like, oh, what's this? And he explains literally the whole process. We go to sleep, we go in layers, put in the memory, and it's very clean cut. Whereas this isn't like that, and you learn with the protagonist, who's just called the protagonist, the main guy in the film. You learn with him, but it takes a while, but not in like a kind of mystery box style where it's like, oh, we're going to keep it from you because it's going to blow your mind. Right. It's kind of natural, but then at the end you kind of get what's going on, but you kind of like, well, hold on, if that's true, loads of the stuff that I've already seen is now changed and affected. Okay. So basically you think, well, now knowing that. It's not like a twist. I don't want to ruin anything. Go and watch it. It was very good. Okay. I preferred Dunkirk. That was his last movie. Just a bit. But I just thought it was like nothing else. But a little bit James Bondy in my mind. Oh, it's a little bit kind of espionage going round. It's quite aging. Yeah. And because it's all quite hush-hush, it's like, it's kind of, you don't really know who they are. It's like, are they secret agents? And there's a lot of traveling around the world to like really smart locations. And virtually no CGI in the whole film. That's good. But the soundtrack is Ludwig Göransson we spoke about a bit. So that ties in. Wait, no, that's it. We're not doing the collect now, Joe.
God, that would have been such a good...
That would have been really good. And I was also considering it, but we're not doing it.
Yeah, sorry. All I'd say is, which has come up in all the reviews, is the audio mix is very bizarre. So the music's fucking massive and cool, but the speaking, a lot of people wear like masks a lot of the time. So it's very Bane-y because people are just going... And you're like, you've never met any of these people in your life. You don't know who they are. You don't know who they're working for, whose side's who. And it's like, what the fuck's going on? Like, yeah, okay. So apart from that was probably the only real negative. But yeah, very good. Watch it. I'm going to say 7.8.
I watched a film, and this is a really, really quick review. In fact, I watched 2 films this week. One of them I was really looking forward to and massively disappointed me, which was Bottle Rocket, Wes Anderson's breakthrough film. It was
Owen and Thingy Wilson.
Owen and Luke Wilson and some other random guy. Yeah. It was just real shit, if I'm being honest with you. There was 2 scenes that were actually quite good.
Crichton Collection, what
the
have you done?
Collection, why are you even putting money towards that?
Fucking Crichton!
Yeah, no, is that who? Yeah, fucking prick. Anyway, that was awful, but I was really looking forward to it. But then I watched another film which was recommended to me, and I watched, and it was really good, and I thought it was going to be shit.
Come on, tell us.
And do you know what it is? It's The Kingsman Golden Circle. And it was so... I was just like, this is going to be fucking awful. And it was, but it was so good as well.
I did not like that film.
Did you see The Kingsman Golden Circle, the second one?
Yeah.
I love the Elton John bit, though.
I didn't hate it, but I just thought it was one of those films where it's like, oh...
Let's make this for the sake of it.
Let's just do the first film again.
Yeah. A little bit of that, and I completely and I quite enjoyed the first one, and so, but then the second one was always like, it's really shit. But I was just like going into it with like, this is going to be awful. It was actually all right.
It's not. It's kind of just sort of.
It's just a fun film.
Yeah,
that's the thing. There's not any seriousness taken in it, but the Elton John parts just made it for me.
I do. Yeah, I don't mind. I don't hate the film. It was just one of those sorts of like, it's kind of generally kind of going through the same thing again. It's like, isn't this sort of the same plan? It's like things that everyone has in their heads. But I can't actually remember. I'm actually confusing both of them now.
That one was the drugs one. So that was like anyone who takes drugs.
Their heads explode.
No. Well, they just.
But the first one, they have the thing in the
they had the thing in the head. Yeah.
But it wasn't bad. But the thing I didn't like is, which happens in any film or things where it's like, oh, so you can get shot in the face and die, but we just bring you back to life.
Oh yeah.
And as soon as that happens, the whole movie's like, well,
yeah. Well, the way they did it was really odd as well, because they were like, oh yeah, the gel protects the gel protects the brain after it's had a massive fucking gunshot.
All
through
the
it
stuff
from
blown
Samuel
out of
Jackson.
the brain. Like,
yeah, I did not understand that. I think it's very specific head wounds. Maybe.
Yeah,
it might work.
It's kind of like, do you play like a?
Because Pedro Pascal came back from five minutes later and was like, I'm all ready to go.
That's what I mean.
After
it's
being
like
shot in the head.
It kind of makes it like, well, it's like in Assassin's Creed games where it's like, oh, you died. Oh no, you just desynchronized. Okay, carry on. It's like, well, hold on. If I die, what's the?
Yeah,
but no, I didn't mind it. I think I watched it. I watched it twice. I watched it half on a plane and then maybe a bit on TV. I watched it twice.
I have to say, just the Elton John parts, he just made that entire film for me.
Yeah, it's very bizarre that he was
just so in it, but he was so in it. He was in the entire thing, and he just made that.
He's got like the big crazy suit on.
I think the main reason why I liked it was because I went in it with the lowest expectations possible.
Batman. I know we're a week late or 5 days late.
Well, it hadn't come out at the time when we were discussing it last.
What did you think?
But that trailer is one of the most exciting trailers I've probably seen for a long time, and DC does this quite a lot with the Wonder Woman trailer as well. That was very exciting in my mind.
Also, I know we haven't seen it yet, but I have the Batman vs Superman, which we will watch at some point.
Oh, the trailer.
That trailer was very good. The one with Alfred talking over, and it's got the suit spinning around, and it was all.
Do you remember the Man of Steel trailer?
I've still not seen that movie.
No, I've still not seen the movie, but I know the trailer's really good. I know the trailer's real good.
It had like the kid in the field, and it was like washing on the line.
It was just like the same sort of like
it was like
deal as
cool
Christopher Nolan's film,
moody,
and then it said just after Batman Returns. It was Batman Returns, that one, Dark Knight Returns. Just after Dark Knight Returns, it said from the producer of the Dark Knight Returns. It was like Christopher Nolan, so it was like
I've heard very good things, but I've not seen it. But yeah, it was a good. They're good at trailers. Got Colin Farrell though.
Looks nothing like.
Because I knew she was in it, and then I watched the trailer because I did that stupid little edit of it, and I watched it a few times like. Wait, that's Colin Farrell.
Yeah, obviously no one recognised Colin Farrell, but I don't know who Paul Dano is.
So have you seen There Will Be Blood?
No.
Oh, he's so good in that.
No, wait. The thing is,
Looper.
Okay,
the guy gets all the stuff cut off him. So Joseph Gordon-Levitt's friend, he kind of screws him. He basically dobs him in.
Didn't we discuss him on the last thing? We were talking about Joseph Looper. Oh no, that was the guy.
No,
that was the Gat Man.
For some reason, I knew the Riddler was the main. Like, I think they'd mentioned it early on that was going to be the main villain. So I knew straight away when he was the taping. I thought, oh, well, that's the Riddler guy doing.
So he's Paul Dano. He's Paul Dano, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Well, that makes it. I don't know. I've not seen Paul Dano in anything, so I don't know how he's going to be. But Colin Farrell,
very good movie. Just as an Oscar, I think one of the best films. It's very fucking good.
Colin Farrell though is one of those ones that sort of impresses me when he does really good shit.
He's very good. Apart from when he's Bullseye, he was still good.
Yeah,
he went in full force.
Yeah, he was good as Bullseye. I actually thought.
But no, what do you think of? I've got the Batman thing there.
Yeah.
But I'm upset with that stupid edit. But I think I did get massive sort of Crow grungy value. I don't know if you've ever seen the Crow. I don't know.
I've not seen
Brandon Lee's when he got shot accidentally. Bruce Lee's son got killed.
Okay.
That's that film. But it's kind of like dirty, grungy 90s, rainy city.
Yeah.
But I just like how he's just got like boots on. Like he's just got like
seems a lot
military boots on or something. He's just cobbled together.
It seemed quite realistic.
Yeah, but I was sort of sad that it wasn't because because it's got like iPhones in it. Because I was like, well, is it going to be like say in the early 90s or 80s?
Yeah.
Because it's got iPhones. But then I thought, well, actually. Batman and Batman Returns, they're kind of set in almost like the 1950s, but not. like the technologies.
Yeah, well,
it's like gothic, but there's CDs, but it's kind of timeless in a way. It's like some time in the 20th century.
Yeah, but I feel like it is timeless, and you're right. But I feel like that's because they just didn't require anything. Like, and technology wasn't as big a thing as it was. Like, the TV was probably the biggest thing that they ever used in the Batman films, but because really in the 1990s, no one was really using the internet and stuff like that. So I feel like that was the main thing.
Literally the CD-ROM has that too. The Penguin like takes over the Batmobile a big CD-ROM. Or maybe that's a recursive. But what I mean is, it's kind of, if Tim Burton's Batman was like, oh, this is actually 1975, you go, yeah, I guess. Like, it could be Batman's just got future tech. It's kind of an alternate world. But I was thinking maybe this, basically, I still think there might be a connection
between this and the Joker.
Because even if it's set in 2000, it could be set in 2010. Yeah. There's still, he could just be, pretty much Joaquin Phoenix age now anyway. Because he was playing a much younger character. But I don't know. Not that it needs it, but I'm just saying, I still think they're putting the seeds in there slightly.
Well, they always have to, weirdly, with those things. Because they've decided that none of them are really connected, haven't they? They've sort of gone out there and said that Suicide Squad isn't really connected to...
And the new Suicide Squad,
Is the new Suicide Squad connected to the Harley Quinn one? Because I've not actually seen the trailer for that.
It doesn't look the word. Who's Polka Dot Man? And that's the only thing.
I've not seen the trailer for it.
Should we just have a quick look?
Yeah, let's have a
look. I feel like
it'll
actually make you... So what we're saying is, Suicide Squad, Polka Dot Man... That's got me mildly... Basically, at some point, when it comes out, we'll watch the original and this one, because we've not seen either. Back-to-back, Mark. Reverse order... No, we won't. But, it might not be shit.
How are you with The Boys? Did you watch the first season?
I've still not watched it. I need to watch it.
You really need to
Every review has been very good. It's just one of the things I haven't got around to.
Yeah, I mean, now that, especially now that the new season's coming out, because my whole thing with The Boys was the fact that at the end...
Don't tell me.
No, I'm just going to say, it's one of those ones that, everything else that's coming out nowadays is geared to be for a second season. It's like, what about all these questions? And it's like, fuck that. So now that the new one's coming out, you've perfect timing to watch it. Because The Boys is very much like James Gunn's Super in a weird way. Obviously not it's actually got real powers, but it's mostly just really gruesome, brutal, graphic shit that you don't really necessarily need to have in there.
Yeah, I was getting a bit superheroed out when the first season came out, because I was I do kind of want to watch this, and I like Carl Urban.
Just after Avengers came out, I think.
I really like Carl Urban, and it's pretty much he's just cool. I can't remember what his name is, and he's got like a baseball bat, so I can't remember. Yeah, I've seen all the trailers and shit. I'll watch it. I'll definitely watch it.
I can't remember his name is, but it is really fucking good though. Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it, but I was annoyed at the end.
Did you watch the Wonder Woman trailer?
No.
Not much else, but...
There's a bit of cheetah or whatever.
Yeah, I'm never a fan of CGI, animals, but men or women. Just where it's like, oh, I'm a beast person, and all the CGI looks a bit shit. Because everything else looks, especially Wonder Woman, is very good. Like the first one and this one, the CGI is immaculate. But as soon as someone's like a beast person, it always looks a bit shit, and it's been a bit shadowy. It's like, oh, we finished it yet. We'll show that shadow scene. Yeah. And I kind of wanted it just to be, what's she called? Kristen Wiig?
Yes.
I kind of was hoping it was just going to be her being maybe super powered, but just staying like a human, but maybe being super strong, or being like a twist on it, instead of it just being, I turn into a cat. It's like, well, surely Wonder Woman could just punch you in half. I still don't know how Chris Pine is still in it. That's not been explained.
Yeah, I can't imagine that gets explained until you watch the film. But I'm interested to see how Kristen Wiig works on that. That would be quite cool. I've never seen her do anything really that serious.
Yeah, there's a Catwoman get bitten by a
I think she's more like
lizard guy.
Sabretooth.
Oh yeah.
Compared to I don't know.
But in this, he literally looks like a cheetah. Just
Sabretooth kind of looks like.
But no, but he's more humanoid than Well, I'm thinking off the X-Men TV show.
No, but from the X-Men films, do you remember he was had a weird, messed up face with his big puffy face.
Oh,
not Liev Schreiber.
Yeah, sorry, I was thinking
not Liev Schreiber.
He's very basic. He's just got fingernails ooh.
Who's the guy called? What's the main guy? The bad guy in the first Kick-Ass film?
Red Mist.
Yeah, but his son.
Oh, sorry, no, I think he's Red Mist.
Yeah, so
Mark Strong is the bad guy, but I don't think he's got a superhero name, and Red Mist is his son.
Also, get back to Kingsman. When he died in Kingsman.
That's not how minds work. You can't just...
I know.
Minds aren't right, step on them. You're allowed to step on us all you want. Step on us all you want. But don't you leave us. And they explode.
You're mine now.
That makes no sense.
But that was a good part. Anyway,
what does he sing?
West Virginia...
Oh, he does.
Blue Ridge
That's also stolen from Severance. That's stolen from a different film.
Yeah. But it's from several films.
No, the bit where he steps
Lucky
on a mine.
Logan, it's in that bit.
He steps on a mine and then waits.
Oh, no.
There's a bit where a guy
in
steps
Lucky
on a
Logan,
mine,
he does not
and then he
do
waits lets his mates get past, and then waits for the bad guys to come and then he steps on the mine. Because the mines somehow work like that in films.
Well, apparently so. Wait, quickly, what we were just talking about. Yeah, in Red Mist. Sorry, no, we can't actually keep the part.
Guys, I've cut out loads of this because we're watching stuff online, so this is going to be a complete fucking mess. But thanks for sticking with us. It's been 31 minutes, and it's probably going to be struck down to 10.
Yeah.
So we'll see how we go.
Enjoy. Well, anyway, thank you very much for watching Hinge.
We're going to film a collect right now. So look forward to that. It might be before or after.
Yeah.
Tenet. Watch Tenet.
Watch Tenet passively, apparently.
Okay. Passively. That was a little clue for you. Goodbye.
What? Was that a clue?
Yeah. Bye.
The hell are you supposed to be?